welcome to chapter 4, where we are talking all about how to understand if you are in labor. And honestly, guys, this is the thing I'm probably the best at. I've been a labor and delivery nurse for almost 20 years. Or sometimes if it's during the day, your doctor will check you in the office, and that would be cheaper and easier to do, because once you come to labor and delivery, there's 5 million questions we have to ask you. It is kind of a rigmarole. So the more you can get taken care of in the office, the better for you. Believe me. Okay, if your water breaks, you need to come into labor and delivery. Now that sounds like it would be really easy to know. And sometimes it is. Sometimes people's water breaks and it's a big gush and they know exactly that it's broken. But a lot of times people notice increased discharge, wetness, sometimes the baby kicks and you might pee a little bit, but you think that your water broke because you don't normally pee a little bit, but again, you're pregnant, your bladder is stressed out to the max. And I just told you to drink 2 giant glasses of water. So you can come into labor and delivery. We can do a test called Amnisure, but I do give you some ideas in this section about ways to know if your water broke. The biggest one. It is also not unusual to come into the hospital, think you're contracting, think your cervix is opening, and it actually isn't. And so you at least have the indicator that your baby's doing well, because we will monitor you when you come in, and then you can go home and then come back when you're actually ready. One of my big things if you are starting to contract is just to drink a ton of water. Now there is another benefit to drinking water, and in fact, my mom would call me and say, when do you think you're gonna have your baby? Because she wanted to book her plane ticket. And I would say, I don't know. And she would say, this is your job, why don't you know? And I was able to know how soon people would go into labor. I would market it and make $1 million off of it, because nobody knows. Just because you're not in labor now doesn't mean tomorrow you couldn't be in rip-roaring labor. It just happens.